going on YouTube? HyperShy92 here, also known as Pops from the Red Planet Gaming, Red Planet Films. Today I'm bringing you guys a review, my review on the Cult of Chucky. This movie was fantastically done for what it is. I personally think this movie isn't gonna win movie of the year. You know what I'm saying? So the movie, for what it is, which is a horror slasher film, I thought it was really good. I didn't think it was terrible. There were some things that I felt could have been done a lot better. As far as the dialogue was a letdown for me. I was kind of bored. I didn't believe into the actors and actresses in the movie. I thought that they did a really poor job with the dialogue. The story of the movie, the actual concept of the movie was kind of shitty too. I didn't like the story at all. I thought the story was terrible. I hate the idea of there being more than one Chucky. And I'll get to that in a sec. So that's a spoiler. But as far as like what it really is, which is a slasher film, I actually enjoyed it a lot. The kills in this movie I felt were done really well, really original. They were all practical effects, no CGI, so I thought that was really cool. Let's see. I thought that it was cool that they brought back Andy, Jennifer Tilly, and Nika, all three of them. That was actually pretty cool for me too. The pacing of this movie was really good. The pacing of it, as far as the way the movie progresses throughout the entire film, was wonderful. However, like I said, the dialogue was a letdown, and the actual story was pretty bad. And I'm gonna get into that right now. So if you guys don't want it to be spoiled for you, I suggest you hop out, go watch the movie, come back, check out the rest of this review. So you want to fast forward into the end where I rate it 1 out of 10. But other than that, I'm gonna get in touch base into some of the things that I thought were really cool. First off, one of my favorite scenes was this killing scene. It's a kill scene, or a death scene, I should say, of this patient that was tied on to a bed because she was acting wild, which she really wasn't, but she was acting crazy and stuff. So they tied her up, and there's a ceiling, and the ceiling has a window. It's a window ceiling, and Chucky comes into this room, and he pops open an oxygen tank. So it's one of those tanks to help you respirate and breathe. He pops that open and shoots up, and it goes through that glass ceiling and then cracks it, and then all the glass falls down, slow motion. Snow's coming in into the room and everything, and then all this glass just goes all over this patient, and it chops her head off. And I thought that was an awesome scene. I thought that, and I'm not trying to sound all crazy here, but that scene was really cool because it being a slasher film, that's kind of what we want to see. We want to see slashing and those type of kills, the creativity behind them. Let's see. Some of the other kills were really cool as well. Drill through the back of the head. That was cool. Stomping on the face. I sound wild right now, but this is what to be expected in these movies, in these slasher films. So they did a really good job with that stuff. I think the practical effects and the actual killing in the movie was really good. But as far as the story goes, the story was. I didn't like the fact that Nika got blamed for everything that happened in Curse of Chucky, and she's in a insane asylum, and she pretty much is doing good in that asylum. So they pretty much put her in a step down facility where she's able to have more freedom and be more independent. And then she has a lot of problems with some of the patients there that don't like her because of what she did, and then she kind of believed in what the doctor was telling her about how she killed all her family and all this stuff, and then she deep down knows that that's not true, but she kind of fed into that delusion so she can show them, I guess, or she can just show that she can survive and live on her own, blah blah blah, this and that, yada yada. What I don't like is that, like I said, there's more than one Chucky. There's four Chuckies in total of this movie. Five if you want to count Nika, and I'll get to that in a sec. But yeah, Andy, who's in the original Chucky, the little boy in the original movie, he's back, and he has the original Chucky, which is the one that has the split right here and the stitches. He has his head, and he has it locked up in the safe, and they're like best friends. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, that's stupid. Um, Jennifer Tilly is kind of doing Chucky's dirty work, and she's pretty much, I'm assuming she's doing these rituals to these Chucky dolls, the other two Chucky dolls, because somehow these two Chucky dolls they got shipped into the facility that Nika ends up going to, and one patient thinks it's, oh, this is my son, blah blah blah, and she feeds into that delusion that's her actual child, and then the other one was a therapeutic um, project or therapeutic something that the doctor was trying to do for Nika, and obviously it wasn't therapeutic at all because Chucky is real. So it kind of leaves you wondering, like, what is this movie going? Where is it going? But yeah, towards the end, Andy shipped another Chucky doll to the facility, like a brand new one, with his head shaved off because he was going there because he heard what's going on. He heard that there was Nika there, and then he heard that I guess there was two Chucky dolls. I don't know. I forgot how he found out, but he heard it. I'm sorry, I should know that, but he like heard that I think through the radio that Nika is at this. Oh no, it was the news that Nika was at that facility, and then I think in the background he saw like a Chucky doll. So he ends up shipping one to the doctor with a gun in his belly, and the other two Chucky dolls bring that Chucky doll to life. And there's actually a funny dialogue between the Chucky dolls in that scene, which is cool. And then other than that, the movie was okay. Like I said, for a slasher film, it's okay. But as far as the story goes, the story isn't really well at all. I guess it's your perspective on things. I grew up super old fashioned, loving horror slashers like Michael Myers, Halloween, Jason, Friday the 13th, Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street, let's see, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Leatherface. Like, all those movies were really amazing movies to me in my childhood. I really love those movies. I'm actually wearing a shirt right now. But and Chucky did a really good job of bringing that back to life, the slasher films back to life. As far as anything else, though, the movie was kind of a letdown. If you look at it in this perspective of, oh, I'm trying to get this movie scared shit out of me, that's not gonna happen. There are like two jump scares in the movie that I was like, whoa, that was actually pretty cool. But it's not super scary. It's not creepy. It's more they're trying to tell a story that doesn't really need to be told. The concept that I got out of it, the perspective, I mean the concept that I got out of it was, and my perspective on it is that Chucky's never gonna die, and he's always gonna be relevant into the horror franchise, and I think they wanted to show that in a movie format. So it was okay. Um, Other than that, yeah, it was cool that they brought, like I said, they brought back those three people, and yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much my review. I would rate this movie 7 out of 10, which is rare because I'm usually rating. I usually, when I review movies, is something I really like, it gets a 10 or a 9. Lowest an 8. But or I do a review on something I really hate, and it'll get like a 1 or 0 or like a 3. But this is a 7, and it's solid 7. Like, I feel like it's a perfect 7. Like I said, there was good pacing, and good kills. But as far as the story and dialogue, they needed to raise that up a lot more because Curse of Chucky was amazing. So that's my review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Um, leave a like, subscribe.